So in today's video, I'm going to break down the subtle but deadly signs that reveal when your woman has emotionally or physically checked out and started entertaining someone else. Now, I'm not talking about the obvious stuff like guarding her phone, the sudden lack of intimacy, or suddenly becoming busy all the time. I'm diving into things that she tries to hide but can't. You ready? Let's jump in. Sign number 1, her mood towards you changes overnight. So out of nowhere, she's cold, distant, irritated by the smallest things you do or say. It's like someone flipped a switch and replaced your girlfriend with a different person. Truth is, women rarely just fall out of love overnight. Their energy shifts when they start emotionally investing in someone else, and that's the truth. See, cheating doesn't always start in the bedroom. It starts in our minds. It starts when she finds herself smiling at another man's text messages. It starts when she begins comparing how he listens versus how you listen. It starts when she feels excitement thinking about someone who basically isn't you. And the more that emotional connection grows, the more she'll pull away from you, not because she hates you, but because she feels guilty for what's happening. That guilt turns into tension, and the tension turns into emotional distance. And that distance turns into resentment. So she starts picking fights, she nitpicks, she finds reasons to get mad. All of it becomes a way for her to kind of justify the growing emotional wall between you. Because if she can convince herself that you're the problem, she can silence the guilt that she feels for betraying you. It's twisted, but it's true. Ask yourself, has she truly become unhappy, or has her happiness shifted to a new source? Because when her emotions no longer revolve around you, that's when the betrayal has already begun. Cheating isn't just about the body. It's about where her heart goes first. Sign number 2, she starts talking about needing space. Yep. If you already suspected this, here's your confirmation. Babe, I just need some time to think. I feel like I'm losing myself. I love you, but I just need space right now. These sound innocent, right? Mature even. But when a woman suddenly starts saying she needs space out of nowhere, it's rarely about finding herself. It's about distancing herself from you while keeping that door open just enough, right? So she doesn't feel like the bad guy. Or girl, in this case. Truth is, when a woman truly loves you and is emotionally invested, she doesn't need space. She needs connection. She wants reassurance, attention, closeness. But when she's checked out or started giving her energy to another man, she'll disguise that emotional withdrawal as a self-care move, you know? In reality, needing space is often a soft exit strategy. It's her way of testing how easily she can detach from you without officially breaking up. She's mentally halfway out the door, but wants to see if you'll notice, or better yet, if you'll let her go without resistance. Here's what needing space actually means. I'm emotionally connected to someone else, but I'm not ready to tell you yet. I want to explore other options without technically cheating. I want to see if I miss you when you're gone, and if not, I'll know it's over. It's also her way of controlling the breakup narrative. By saying she needs space instead of saying she's done, she keeps you hopeful. You start thinking, well, maybe she just needs time. Maybe she'll come back. Meanwhile, she's already halfway through the door and possibly into someone else's arms. The biggest trap most men fall into in this case is usually giving her exactly what she asked for, space, while waiting for her to return. But that space often becomes her freedom. Freedom to flirt, explore, test the waters, and see if she can replace you without the emotional chaos of a real breakup. Sign number 3, she's suddenly too honest. This one's tricky because it looks nothing like cheating at first. In fact, it looks like the opposite. She starts telling you everything, or at least she wants you to think she is. She'll say things like, I've just been feeling a little off lately, or I ran into my ex today, but it was nothing, or there's this new guy at work who's funny, but don't worry, he's not my type. See what she's doing? She's building credibility through selective honesty. She's giving you just enough truth to make you think that she's being open while quietly hiding the things that actually matter. When a woman starts cheating, get this, she knows the biggest threat isn't getting caught, it's looking suspicious. So she'll go out of her way to be transparent. She'll over-explain small details to lower your guard, but strategically leave out the information that will actually raise questions. That's what I call illusion of honesty. You see, she'll start narrating her day in detail. where she went, who she met, what she ate. She even shows you her phone occasionally, but only the safe parts of the phone. Meanwhile, the late night texts, the private DMs, or moments that matter never come up. And when you notice something odd and ask about it, she's ready, she's rehearsed. Oh, that? You're overthinking it, she'll say. Her answers sound too smooth, too instant, like she's practiced them. That's not honesty, it's strategy. Here's another subtle sign. She starts weaponizing openness. So, for instance, she'll say something like, "See, I'm telling you everything. You can trust me." But genuine honesty doesn't need to be performed. If someone has to keep reminding you how honest they are, it's usually because they're hiding something behind the act. You'll also notice this pattern. The more her stories increase, the less her affection does. She's talking more, but connecting less. And that's because she's overcompensating with words to cover the emotional distance she's creating through her actions. Pay attention. Sign number 4. She accuses you of things she's doing. Now, when a woman starts cheating, one of the first things she'll do is flip the script. She'll accuse you of being unfaithful, secretive, or emotionally distant, not because you are, but because she is. It's called projection. She's projecting her guilt onto you to make herself feel justified. It's like emotional sleight of hand. While you're busy defending yourself, she's busy buying time to keep doing what she's doing. Think about it. She suddenly becomes suspicious of your phone and starts asking, "Oh, who's that texting you? Why are you always on your phone lately? Are you sure you're not talking to any other woman?" Meanwhile, she's the one who's glued to her phone screen, deleting messages, stepping outside to take a quick call, right? And here's how it works in her mind. She knows what she's doing is wrong. That guilt starts eating at her. So instead of owning it, she flips it around and paints you as the one who can't be trusted. That way, if she ever gets caught, she can say, "Well, I thought you were cheating first." It's preemptive damage control, a built-in excuse for her betrayal. And here's where it gets darker. She'll create small, unnecessary arguments out of the blue. She'll accuse you of acting different or claim she feels disconnected because she's trying to normalize the conflict. When she finally cheats or you find out, she'll blame it on the problems between, both of you. Sounds familiar? One minute you're watching a movie together, the next she's interrogating you over some random Instagram like from 2 weeks ago. It's not insecurity. She's guilty and just trying to find a way out. And here's what makes that tactic so dangerous. If you're a good guy, your first reaction will be to prove her wrong. You'll start over explaining, showing her your phone, reassuring her, trying to calm her down, right? But every single time you do that, you give her more control. Because while you're busy proving your innocence, she's quietly protecting her deception. Let me be clear. Healthy women don't accuse out of nowhere. If her suspicion comes out of thin air and doesn't match what's really going on, something is off. Accusations without evidence are often confessions in disguise. Sign number 5. Her female friends start acting weird around you. Now, this is a dead giveaway, and it's usually the one that confirms everything. When a woman cheats, she rarely keeps it entirely to herself. Even if she doesn't explicitly tell her friends, they know. Because women can be emotionally transparent with each other. They'll vent, seek validation, confess in pieces, and once her friends know, you will feel it. Their energy will change around you. Think about how her friends used to act before. Were they warm? Were they chatty? Maybe even teased you a bit? They'd invite you out, tag you in memes, genuinely seem to have like a really good time around you, right? But now, suddenly, they're just awkward. They stop engaging with you online. They avoid eye contact altogether. And when you walk into a room, the conversation just dies down. That's not coincidence. That's guilt by association. They're not comfortable around you anymore because they're carrying her secret. And trust me, women are fiercely loyal to each other, even when they disagree with what their friend is doing. Some women anyway. So if she's cheating, they'll cover for her. They'll help her lie. There'll be alibis for her. They'll justify her behavior by saying things like, "Oh, she just needs time to figure herself out," or "You two have been off lately anyway." Women rarely cheat in total isolation. There's almost always a confidant who knows the details, sometimes even encourages what's going on. So when you start noticing that her inner circle is acting different, please wake up and pay attention. Sign number 6. She reinvents herself overnight. Classic. Out of nowhere, she's a completely new person. New hairstyle, new wardrobe, new perfume. She's hitting the gym, changing her diet, wearing makeup every day, even just to run errands, right? At first you think, well, good for her. She's finally taking care of herself. But if the sudden glow up seems too sudden, and you can't trace it back to anything you said or did, it may not be self-improvement. It might be rebranding for a new audience. You see, when women cheat or start entertaining someone new, their appearance becomes a silent language of attraction. They begin to dress not for themselves, not for you, but for him. That new look isn't random, it's targeted. And here's the part most men miss. When she's genuinely happy and secure in her relationship, her self-improvement feels shared. You see it, you feel included. She'll ask your opinion. Do you like this on me? Or should I try this new style? When the change is secretive or defensive, like when she starts saying things like, well, I just want to do this for me, or why do you care how I look? She's signaling that you're no longer a part of her personal evolution. She's carving out a new identity where you don't belong. Let's be honest, women know the power of visual transformation. They don't just wake up one day and decide to overhaul their entire image without a reason. There's almost always an emotional spark behind it, and 9 times out of 10, that spark is another man's attention. You'll notice the small shifts at first. She starts dressing up more often when she's going out without you. Spends extra time getting ready for the girls' night out, right? She gets defensive when you compliment or even question her new style. And then eventually her entire energy will change. She's glowing again, but this time not for you. It's not that women shouldn't grow or change. I mean, yeah, they absolutely should. But the timing and intention behind that growth is where the secret lies. Because when she suddenly changes her look, her habits, her vibe, and it doesn't include you, it's not self-love, it's preparation. Preparation for the next chapter that she's already started writing with another guy. And finally, sign number 7, your gut already knows. That uneasy feeling in your chest, that sudden loss of peace, that constant need to check her phone or her social media, that's not paranoia. It's your subconscious connecting dots your mind is too afraid to face. When something changes in a woman's energy, your body knows it before your brain admits it. You start noticing the subtle things, her tone, her timing, her text, the way she's physically there but emotionally absent, the way her eyes don't light up the same way they used to when she sees you, or how she suddenly seems annoyed at the very little things that you do, and in fact, the things that she loved about you. Sometimes you may question yourself and say, maybe I'm overthinking. But here's the thing, real love doesn't create confusion. It brings peace. So if her presence feels heavy and your spirit feels restless, that's your inner truth trying to save you from being blindsided. A lot of men are taught to ignore intuition, to man up, to wait for proof. But by the time you have proof, the damage is already done. By the time she slips up, by the time you find that message or overhear that name, she's been gone emotionally for weeks, maybe months. You see, here's a part you need to remember. Your intuition is your built-in lie detector. It doesn't rely on evidence. It relies on energy. And when it feels off, it usually is. When someone you love starts lying to you, your body feels it even if your mind tries to deny it. So stop gaslighting yourself. Stop waiting for the perfect proof. A man's intuition can be powerful if you know how to use it. Listen to it, because it'll tell you the truth long before she ever does. Guys, if any of these signs hit close to home, do me a favor. Hit like on this video, not because it's fun to admit, but because it's time to face reality. And if you've been through this before, drop a comment below. Share your story, because you never know who your experience might save from making the same mistake. And if you're getting value from this and you want more no-nonsense breakdowns like this, subscribe to the channel. I drop new videos every week to help you understand women, protect your peace, and rebuild your confidence. At the end of the day, a woman who truly loves you will fight for you, not hide from you. So if she's showing these signs, stop chasing closure and start chasing clarity. Watch my next video, exactly what to say when she pulls away. It'll show you how to respond with power instead of panic. My name is Jessica OS. Thanks for watching. Cheers.